Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube viewers. And welcome back. Like I said, we're up, we're standing, and it's raining here. I'm going to turn the camera when I finish to say that, there's another reason why when I wake up, I want to do these outside. I want to do them first thing in the morning. It doesn't matter if it's snowing or if it's raining, it doesn't matter what the weather is, as long as it's not like a hurricane, a tornado, or earthquake, so where you're like, yo, you crazy to be standing outside. But no, what it is to say that, look, I'm up with you. So you're not alone. So when I said that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not the person who you want to hear it from. I'm here to say that I'm with everybody that's watching because we are in this together. And if I can provide some kind of motivation into the day to help out your day, then I'm doing what my calling is all about. Um, uh, First off, I wanted to take a moment to, for people who are going through COVID, who have lost. I ran into somebody who, a man who it devastated him, and I took the time and, we talked. I listened to what he said, and he's devastated. He lost his mother, but he had a lot of blame for the healthcare center where his mother was. So, my thing was to turn him back inward, what I mean, and give him a strength on, how, you know, he uh, has to carry on that positivity, how he has to carry on his mother's legacy, and continuously make her proud. He felt good, but, we all got to go through it. So, just speaking to somebody is not always going to turn around and cure them. The cure is always in you. And this is what this video is about. You know, um, a subscriber, he said, can you do a video on fake friends? And you know what I told him? Yeah, look for it tomorrow. You know, so but you know, he's in for an awakening because I'm not going to talk about fake friends, even though that's what this topic is all about. It could be fake friends, it could be fake relatives, people that come into your life. So what I want to bring you back to, and I'm always going to bring you back to, we have an obligation. If we don't want to understand our how our subconscious works, then we'll never be whole. One of the things that any 911 call, the first thing that they say to a person is this person conscious? Think about that one. Hey, is this person breathing? Hey, is this person, can he get up and walk? Can he run? They'll change the scenario. Or is there vomiting? They'll change the scenario to what the emergency is. But one thing remains consistent. Is this person conscious? So today we're going to get conscious and we're going to see how, we take on the responsibility of uh, the people that come into our life. But we also make a choice to allow those uh, negative people to come into our life. And I'll explain this now. Um, for the men, I want to use boxing. Say you're a boxer, you're part of a boxing team, you're going for the Olympics. So you got to go to all these different states and fight all the top fighters, not just you, but all the people in your boxing team. And for the females, I want to use a beauty pageant where you're in this beauty pageant and you have to go to all these different states, go through all these pageants, and you have to be in the top five in order to make it, to the end. So to go back to the men in the boxing, you know, uh, you have a coach, and for the ladies, you have a talent manager. Someone who manages, you and represents you to, get you and allow you to go into these pageants. So, to go back to the men, I'm gonna say these stories really, really quick because I want to keep it short. But I want you to, play it over, play this over, because uh, in my last video, you know, I spoke about a bicycle and I talked about a bracelet. But many of you, what you did not catch is In each case, they kept mentioning they did not have enough money to cover the full cost in each story. So, write in your comments, what do you think that shortness that they had? Why couldn't they offer all the money? They knew when the person was selling it, but that's enough of that. Let's go back to, the boxes. All right, so man, you're going from state to state, and everybody on that team is, positive energy. You're all helping out one another. Now, there's one individual who is in the same weight class as you. Seems to, every time, you get your training, this person, for whatever reason, this person is always there. And one thing I want to get people away from is there is no such thing as a coincidence. Get that crap away from your vocabulary, and you look up to what that word means. Find out what some of the words that you're using mean. Most of you use words and you have no clue what that word means. And there are no such things as coincidences. So, that should have been a red flag from the start. But in this case, the boxer, he doesn't know that. He thinks that this person is coming in and, he's really giving him some pointers, and he's admiring that, you as a boxer. So he's saying more or less that, I like this jab. But then, as you continue to travel, you're noticing that he's saying, oh, I studied this fighter, or I fought this fighter before, and, he's really good with that left hook. So, whatever you do, watch out for this left hook. All right? Now I'm going to go to the women. Where you're in a beauty pageant, you're going state to state. Now, another female, who, you're all in it together, and, she, for whatever reason, she's always showing up whenever you are, and it's not coincidence, ladies. You know this to be true because you have women's intuition. So you're a little bit more keen on sensing this. But I'm trying to show both parties that the results are the same, no matter the sex. So, now, you have this female, so she's, always where you are. She's telling you, this is your best feature. This is your best feature. This is what, I would do if I were you, because you are just so pretty. All right? So now, you're accepting this, and you go. So now I'm going to go back to the men, the boxers. Now, you're training, and your coach says to you, why are you avoiding this left foot? You can take this punch. Why are you avoiding this? I don't need you to do that. This man's strength is in his jab. So, why are you, his hook is obviously weak. So why are you using it? So, I'm going to go back to the female. Now, in the female's case, she say, the female said, I think that your left side is your best feature. Make sure you keep your left side. So now your talent manager, you're coming up for a pageant. So he's like, going through the rehearsals, and he's like, why are you, showing so much of your left side when you have the perfect face? Show it, because judges, they take away points for a female who's only trying to accentuate one side of the face. And here you're perfect. This is what's gonna make you win. You will be Miss World. So then he says, well, why are you doing that? So I'm gonna stay with the ladies. So now your subconscious, you have allowed this woman who you allowed this person to work on your subconscious. So you're doing it without consciousness. Because your subconscious is telling you made it true to your inner core. So you're doing these things now unconsciously. So what it is this, is to the women, you have allowed something to come in that was not good for you, and you allowed it to enter into your subconscious. Now, and then your consciousness acted it out because it was programmed in. Because it can be doubt, it can be, insecurity, and this is how they attack. So I'm going to go to the men. So now the men, your responses to the boxer say, well, this, the guy, he fought him before, and he said that this was this. And the coach says, who's the coach here? You want to, if he's your coach, go with him. But I'm trying to, help you to win. So on both sides, whether talent manager, whether uh, boxing coach, um, they both want what's in your best interest. So these, they're acting as your subconscious. They're programming you, for all your strengths because they see your strength and they want you to win. They want you to do your best. So, um, we sense when we're being attacked. We sense it because our subconsciousness senses this. And, fake people are not coming to you because they're coming to you because they willfully and intentionally want to hurt you. No. What they do is they're coming for your life. And, one thing that you can't do for a negative person is you cannot uh, allow them that space. So you have a choice. And most of the time when we come in contact with people that we know are negative, it's because what we're lacking inside. So we put our defenses down and we don't rely on what our consciousness, what our subconsciousness, our inner core is telling us, that, hey, this is a little bit too fast. And that's what happens when they come. They're going to come a little bit too fast. They're always going to tell you what it is that you want to hear and that they have the same interests, the same goals. And that's where time comes in. Because if you are unsure, then space out that time. You know, when we allow things to happen in our lives too fast and not really look at who a person is, you have to realize that this person is a stranger. You don't know this person. But you do have these red flags that go off, and they go off right in front of your face. So again, this is why, this channel, and for what what I want for us to, realize is that, we're going to act on things before they happen. We're going to see things before they happen, because what we're going to do is we're going to reshape our thinking, and we're going to reshape our inner core to protect us, but also while it protects us, we have the comfort to be okay with ourselves. And that's the number one key. You don't have to learn to understand, how, fake people are fake. You have to learn yourself, and as long as you learn yourself, these people are going to walk away from you because they know that you're firmly implanted into the ground and they cannot shake you. They cannot steal your light. And this is what the ultimate goal is. I'll tell you this, negative people don't hang with negative people because there's no light to be taken. However, a negative person will join another negative person or multiple negative people to steal your light. So when you have a friend who you consider a close friend and say you put up that wall of defense and you're like, hey, I saw this coming 1,000 miles away. And this person, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with this person or these people. What if your friend brings that negative person to you, almost a cosign for that negative person? So that's where you have to say to yourself, you have to get that in line. You have to get that in check. If that person, your friend, is worth saving, then you're going to have to say, hey, look, I got my own mind. And if I'm not dealing with that person, if you want to deal with that person, then that's who you deal with. But don't bring that person to me. And don't bring conversation from that person and yourself to me. Ever. And mean that. Because as long as you show weakness in anything that you stand for, you show weakness in your armor, whether you be man or whether you be woman. When you're walked on, or your people are doing things to bring you down, we have to say, take our own responsibility. We've allowed this to happen. So I'm gonna end with that because like I said, I'm not going to point out how fake people are, how they operate, or anything else. No, you already know that it's happening before it comes. So, each day let's work on consciousness and a different way of looking at things. So what I think, the flip side of what I say for fake friends is, know yourself, because you'll know when these things are coming. And they know when you have an armor that just can't be pierced, but never, ever get it twisted. When they disappear, they're angry. Whether they showed it when they met you or not, they are angry with you and they're angry at you. And it's only a matter of time, before they come back. And sometimes they'll come back with more than one. So, viewers continuously, you know, uh, send your comments if there's a topic, and I'll tackle it. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we're in this together, and we're all standing. So even though it's raining out, let me do this quick view for you guys. It's coming down. It's kind of cloudy out, but it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in a city, go down the street or look out the window, look up at the sky. If there's a tree nearby, look at that tree. Lock on to something that's positive. Lock on each morning to something that is beautiful. If you find something beautiful in each morning, as well as how you present the good morning, saying good morning to people and things like that, it works on your subconscious. Every morning we're going to work on our subconscious, because every morning there's a brand new game that's out here waiting to come at us. But we're going to build ourselves, we're going to be strong. And it doesn't take a book, it doesn't take a manual for you to know what's right and what's wrong with inside of you, no matter how we grew up in life. So let's take back our lives. Let's take back our consciousness, and let's be the best that we can be. So peace and blessings to everybody that's out there. Like, share. Um, your comments are welcome. Anytime I get a comment, or a request on a topic, I'm gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it together. And that's the thing about growth. Growth is an individual who's always willing to learn. My ways might not be always the best ways, but it's through your comments that I'm willing to accept. I'm willing to, sit back and, figure it out together, and come to some kind of consensus on what is the most positive outcome for everyone involved. So, beautiful day, beautiful morning. And the rain is that time to get things done. So flip that. Be like, oh, it's all raining. No, now it's the time you get in there and clean that house. Now it's the time, you clean out that garage. Now it's the time you go out and you clean out your car. You know what I'm saying? Make that time. Make any second. Make any minute work for you. Make every minute work for you. And always smile inside, because your subconscious will always keep smiling. Getting rid of that negative stuff and putting all that new stuff into your database, which is your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Fake friends, you will never have a problem with. You'll never have a problem. You'll never have a problem with anything in your life, because that positive energy is too great. It won't impact you. And when things don't impact you, it shows, you. It shows that, hey, we're here. So, like, share, comment, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video. So, everyone, peace and blessings.